Okay, so for Nikon EZ50, in order to use the manual lens, the first thing we need to set is the peeping control. Okay, so how to set it? First, you press the menu button. Okay, then you go to the custom setting menu, and then you go to the shooting or display, and then you press OK button, and then okay, A9 is picking highlights. Okay, so it's A9 picking highlights, so it's okay. So okay, you go to A9 picking highlights, and then press OK button, and then you choose the picking level. Okay, for me by default is off. Okay, by default is off, so you need to set the 3 to be 3 high sensitivity. Okay, and the picking highlight color I set the red. Okay, you can also choose a different color. Okay, so you can choose yellow, blue, white. Okay, so I just use red color. Okay, so once you do the setting, okay, so you can just press menu button again. It means you finish the setting. Okay, just set. Okay, so now you can change, you can control the menu. Okay, for example. Okay, so see. Okay, so okay, take that here, and then you can just change the focal length. So you see, once it's in focus, so it's turns red color. Okay, so it means it's in focus. That's it. Okay. Yeah, another thing is you need to set is the menu. So so you go to video shooting, so video, and then you go to focus mode. Okay, then you press button. In movie shooting menu, in focus mode, you just press button. By default is using full frame AF. This is by default setting, so you need to change to manual focus. Okay, just manual focus, and press OK. Then choose the focus mode is manual focus. That's it. So this is the two settings you need to set in order to use the manual lens for your Nikon 50 camera. That's it. Okay, so once you do this, finish these two settings, you are ready to go. Okay, so now you can do shooting. Yes, another thing is you need to control the ISO number. So so here I want to set the ISO to be 500. So depends on your setting. So first of all, you need if your camera is set to auto ISO, then you need to change back to the ISO setting. So how to change back from auto ISO to controllable ISO? So first of all, you need to press the ISO button. Okay, ISO button. You need to press, and then you see it's turn the color. It turn the ISO 500 color is to be turns it to be yellow, right? So then you press the ISO, at the same time you change the from down button. Okay, it shows auto, right? By default it's ISO auto. Okay, if you see, okay, so you need to change it to just ISO. Okay, so you continuously press ISO button. Meanwhile, you also press the front dial button. So you see, then it's changed back to ISO without auto. Okay, then once you do this step, you can release your finger, and then the color turns to be white. Okay, so it's done, and then now you can change the ISO setting. So how to change the ISO setting? So you just press ISO button. Okay, the ISO button is here, right? Let's see, I show you where is ISO button. This is ISO. Okay, this is ISO button, right? You see? Okay, so this is ISO button. Just press ISO button, and then meanwhile you change this back dial. Okay, so you can change. Okay, now you see. Okay, you can change. Okay, 500, 400 like this. Okay, for me, I like to change to ISO 500. Okay, that's it. So okay, I repeat how to change the ISO number. Okay, the step is here. First of all, you press the ISO. Okay, this is ISO button right here, and meanwhile you use your middle finger to change this button. You see, okay, this button, this is the front dial. Okay, so just press the ISO button. Meanwhile, you just change the front dial. Then it will show you the, see, it's auto, right? Then you just change to the normal ISO. Okay, that's it. Okay, then once ISO is not auto, then you can manually control the ISO number. So okay, so now you press ISO button. Meanwhile, you change the rear dial. Okay, this is rear dial. You see, my thumb finger is is controlling the rear dial button. Okay, see, so now you can change it. Okay, so you see. Okay, so I like 500 ISO number is here. Okay, so once you the ISO number setting meets your expectation, you can release your finger. Okay, so now the color change back to white. Now you can now you need to change the shutter speed number. So how to change shutter speed number? That's easy. Just because this use thumb finger to change the rear dial number. Okay, a rear dial button. Okay, this is right. It's just okay. So you see, you can change it, right? So here I like to change it to be 1/50. Okay, so 1/50. That's it. So okay. And for aperture number, you can just directly change the aperture number here. Okay, this is okay. For now I'm using 5.6. Okay, you can also change to 1.4. You see, if we change to 1.4, okay, so it's very white, very bright, right? See that, because it's it's very bright, it's overexposure, right? Okay, so it's the exposure setting is not right, so I need to change the aperture back to 5.6. Okay, that's it, 5.6. Okay, so see, 5.6. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Now you see the exposure level here is okay, right? It's okay. Okay, this is the setting. I mean, this is the setting. How to use the manual lens. Okay, that's it. Okay, hope you can enjoy it. Okay, so now you can change. For example, you can change. Okay, change the focal length. For example, I want to focus on like this nice one. Okay, so I want to okay, so I want to focus on this. Okay, so I want to focus on this. Okay, so I want to focus on this. So how to do this? So I change the real. Okay, change this. Okay, this is you can focal length, so you can control the focal length here. So okay, so yeah, so so once you see the okay, you see now it's in focus. Let's see, this is red peeping color turns to be red, right? You see, if if it's not in focus, then there is no red color. Okay, once it's in focus, see, it's in red color. Okay, once if I press button, if I press the recording button, now it's recording, right? Okay, so okay, and then okay, so stop, and then playback. You see, okay, playback. You see, so the recording is in focus. Okay, right. Okay, so that's it. So that's the way to make your Nikon EC50 to work with the manual lens. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye bye.